My name is Orion Bradshaw. I'm an actor and an educator, performer and educator. I've been involved in theater, participating in stage plays for about, 16 years at this point. Got into it in high school, and I've been a theater educator for close to 13 of those years. And I am currently finishing up my Master of Arts in Teaching program, 1-year intensive program at Southern Oregon University to get my Oregon teaching license.
My name is Michael Garcia, and I'm a professional audiobook narrator and actor living in Ashland, Oregon. And right now I'm performing for Blackstone Audio. I'm doing a book for them, and I'm about to get ready to start doing rehearsals for the Oregon Cabaret Theater. We're doing the musical Mamma Mia.
Well, my first placement, actually, for my MAT program was here, working with Matthew Reynolds, who I have known for, probably about a dozen years. In particular, I have been coming in for the last handful of years to help him run his spring Shakespeare block. So I've been bringing different workshops and different sort of adapted scripts into his classes. So it just sort of made sense for me to be involved in this spring production of Romeo and Juliet because of the past experience I have had teaching his students in this particular area of performance.
How did I become a part of this? Well, I'm a Crater High School alum, so I went here in the early 90s, and then I met Matthew Reynolds in Ashland, and he told me he taught out here, so we got to talking, and about 2008 or 9, somewhere around there, he asked me to come in and help teach Shakespeare, which turned into a teaching relationship between him and I. And in 2010, I wrote a play for Crater, and I've been coming out ever since just to help out and donate some time to the students and to this theater and this school that I was once a part of. So, I mean, it's not unlike being a part of a professional production. A lot more giggling, and but it's still the same people. The reason I keep coming back to theater is because of the people, and the people are beautiful, bright, intelligent, creative, funny people, and that's what this room is full of. And I've not gotten to do a production of Romeo and Juliet in a long time. It's one of my favorites. It's always been one of my favorites. There's a reason that it's stuck around for so long, and that it's stood the test of time. So getting to see kids who are the ages of the kids who, we're doing this production, who are in this. I think Romeo and Juliet are supposed to be 14 around that age. So seeing that is kind of a joy, and it's also fun to see the looks on their faces when they see Orion and I doing our thing, and seeing them trying to rise up to what we're doing or stretch out to what we're doing. It's always fun to see young people grow, and you get to see it pretty quickly when you're doing a production with them.
It's surreal. It's very cool. I have directed a handful of high school theater productions, but I've never been in one, except for when I was a high school student, which feels like a lifetime ago. But we found ourselves this year, after auditions, being just shy of the number of actors we wanted. And so rather than sort of draw out the audition process, which would then cut into the rehearsal time, we just decided that because I'd already built a rapport with a lot of the students this year, that if I was around to help sort of facilitate performance coaching, but also be in the show, it's kind of a win-win, that I could sort of be a mentor to the performers from inside of the play rather than always being on the outside looking in and telling them what to do. Just being able to be in scenes with them and sort of model some of the energy and text practices that I would be teaching if I was doing a workshop.
I'd say, why not? I mean, it's one of the greatest love stories ever written. It's one of the greatest plays ever written. There's a reason everybody knows about Romeo and Juliet, and probably everybody has seen a version of it somewhere at one time or another in their life. To see it through fresh, young eyes in a whole new era is something special. To see something that's so timeless continually morphing into something new because of the people that are doing it, because of the generation that is doing it, and the generation that's putting their energy into it. It's always a special thing. That's why Shakespeare in general is so great, because it speaks to everyone and it speaks to every generation. So if you don't understand this generation of kids, come see this, and the way that they're going to put across this piece of theater is going to give you a glimpse into how their generation thinks and works and feels about the world around them. And I think for any parent or any adult, getting a glimpse into these kids' lives and their feelings about the world is a precious thing, because I think through generations you lose communication skills, you lose an ability to really empathize and sympathize with the people around you that are of different generations. So any tool you have that can help you to understand those around you of different generations is a precious thing. And that's what this is.
I think that it is one of his most timeless works because of the universal themes that he writes about in it. Young love, being so much in love that you feel like you can't do anything else. When love goes wrong, family feuds, young people getting into trouble. Like, all those things are these universal themes that I feel like sort of transcend location and time. And in particular, I think a lot of Shakespeare's themes are just as prominent, if not more so, than they were in the late 1500s, early 1600s. And I also think that a lot of his themes, including some of the ones in this play, are more prominent now in the United States than they were 20 years ago. So it's just one of those things of, I want you to come see these students do awesome work and tell a really dynamic, energetic, poetic story and put their all into it. I want you to come see that first and foremost, because they're working really hard and we're all very proud of them. But also, if you just want to see a story that encapsulates and sort of aims to talk about these universal human themes that we all go through, and then you throw maybe some knife fighting in there, why not? I think it's a good 90 minutes out. So please come check out Romeo and Juliet at the Creator Performing Arts Center the last weekend of April. 3 shows only. Come check it out. Thank you.